Hello friends, and welcome to this pranayama practice. I just want to thank you so much for joining me today. These breathing exercises help us to bring balance and focus and just go alongside with our physical practice to help improve our mental state. So if you could just find yourself in a seated, comfortable position, preferably just with a straight back, not leaning up against anything. I have a little cushion behind me here. I like to just put it kind of just sit on the edge of it because it sends my hips forward and that helps me to sit up a little bit straighter. So if you want to just take a couple of minutes and find what is going to work best for you, we're going to be sitting for 20 to 30 minutes. So you're going to want to make sure that you're very comfortable. And if you end up having to move, of course, that's not an issue. I'd like you to remember that during this practice, I am merely a guide, and if at any time you are not feeling comfortable or something's not working for you, please feel free to just do what feels good for you, and even to stop the practice if it's something that's really uncomfortable. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, all of these breathing exercises are going to help to bring us balance and focus. We're going to start by just becoming aware of our breath. What kind of rhythm do you have today? I don't want you to change it in any way. Just feel what you're feeling in your body. We're just going to take a little body scan and just check in, see how we're feeling. I know it's really hard to, if you've come to this place after, you've had a really busy day, it's kind of hard sometimes to settle right away. So let's just take a couple of minutes to arrive here. I kind of think of it as a racing freeway. The cars are going back and forth. Those are your thoughts kind of racing back and forth. And what we're trying to do is turn it into a quiet country road where maybe you only get a car every now and then. So we only get a thought passing now and then. Instead of them racing, we're going to just try and slow them down. And we don't have to force those thoughts out, and we don't have to worry about them. Try just to let go of everything you did before you came and everything you have to do once you leave the mat, and just take this time for yourself. So we're going to just start at the bottom, and now we'll start with our feet and check in and see if you're carrying any tension there. Maybe you can focus on that and let it go. And we'll go to the ankles and the shins, up to the knees and through the hip area. And then just travel up your torso. Let's see if we can get our spine maybe just a little straighter. Tuck the chin just slightly, and then we'll shine up through the crown. Your hands for now can be wherever you would like them, on your knees, folded. If you like them on the ground, that's totally up to you. And we'll just give ourselves a couple of calming breaths. So if you have space right now, what I'd like you to do is just take those hands and reach for the ground. And we're going to reach them up and overhead 3 times just to see if it can help us to arrive. So we're just going to take our hands up into the air, have them meet at the top, and then exhale and bring them down. And we're going to inhale when we bring them up this time. And exhale as you bring them down. And we're going to inhale. And this time, let's exhale them down to heart center. You'll notice through the practice, if you're watching the video, that I'm going to have my eyes open and closed throughout the practice. You are very welcome to close your eyes through the practice if it feels comfortable for you. If you want to find a spot on the ground that's maybe just a foot or two ahead and just gaze at that, that's fine as well. Just find your place of stillness. If you want to open and close your eyes, that's fine as well. So with our hands at heart center here, if you choose, you might want to set a Sankalpa. Just a personal intention for your practice today. If that's too much for you, then we'll just sit for a moment. If something comes to you, that's great. And just see if you can find if there's anything maybe emotional or anything about your mental state that needs to be let go of. Those thoughts creep in. We won't tell them they don't belong. We don't have to pay much attention to them. Just let them drive on through. We don't have to tell them they need to stop. And we don't have to judge them. So you can drop your hands now and just place them wherever is most comfortable for you. I think for me on my knees is the best for today. It's going to change probably for you from day to day. And we're just going to start with Ujjayi Breath. So what that is just kind of, add a little bit of tension to the back of your throat when you breathe out. It's like if you're going to clean your glasses or you want to fog a mirror to wipe it off. So you're just going to take that as if you were fogging something, except you're going to keep your mouth closed. And some people think of this as a Darth Vader breath. Or it's that breath that your body kind of enters when you drift off to sleep and you become very calm and your breathing becomes rhythmic. So let's just try that for a minute or two. So we're going to start now with our Ujjayi breath. You can go in through the nose. Hopefully that's audible for you. You should be able to hear it because you are kind of forcing your breath, not forcing, that's not the best word, but you're kind of pushing your breath through a slightly closed throat. So just go in, fog the mirror, keep your mouth closed, and we'll start now. Maybe see if your shoulders are creeping up around your ears and if you can relax them down and back a little bit more. Maybe you'll notice that it can become deeper for you as you're further into the breathing exercise. Let's take 3 more breaths here. just return to your normal breath and see if that changed anything for you in your body. See if it brought anything up for you. We'll just do a little check-in, and we'll do that after each exercise. I know for myself, I had a little reminder to just sit up a little straighter. Maybe let go of the fingers a little bit if they start trying to grip. Any of those last little bits of tension that you might be feeling in your body, see if you can just release them. Just for now. You can pick everything back up after we're finished here if you need to. Just remember that this space is for you, for right now. And we're going to move on to the Trilogic Breath. So if it feels right for you, you can take one hand to your heart space and one hand to your belly. And really I do this just to feel the rise and fall of the air going in and out. And if you like, you can just leave your hands right where they were and just kind of do this with your mind's eye to feel the rise and fall. So I'm going to choose to hold on to the belly and hold on to the chest because I actually enjoy feeling that air go in and out. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe into the chest, into the center, and into the belly. So we're going to feel the air. We feel the chest expand and down into the belly. So because we're going to 3 different spaces in our body cavity here, you might feel tempted to breathe in, hold, and breathe to the center, and hold, and breathe into the belly, and hold. But just let it be one easy flowing breath. So just tell your mind we're going to go in, and then we go kind of back the way we came. I like to use my muscles of my abdomen just a little bit and push the air back up. I'm going to go in through the nose and out through the nose. If you choose to go in through the nose and out through the mouth, that's okay too. And just remember, if at any point this becomes uncomfortable for you, just return to your normal breath. So let's start now. Just remember, this is on your own rhythm. Fill up the chest. Feel that belly rise. Collapse the belly. If these movements have started to cause any tension for you because you feel like you're concentrating too hard, just remember to try and soften that. We're just going to take 3 more breaths here. You can drop that if you like and just return to your normal breath. I don't know about you, but my insides are starting to talk to me. Perfectly normal. We're getting things moving all up through here. So let's just see if that's, I guess, what it brought up for me. Let's just see if it brought anything up for you. Did you feel a little bit of tension, trying to concentrate on what you were doing? Did it feel very natural for you? I know that the more you do these things, the more normal and natural they feel. They might be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but as you do it and continue your practice, it'll get easier and easier. So we're just gonna maybe shake that out a little bit before we move on to the next one. See if you're gripping anywhere now. Just let it all go. If you get to that point where you think, is this breathing exercise going to end, or I've been doing this for too long, that's the time you know that you need to return to your normal breath, and then maybe you can just pick it up again. So for right now, we're going to do something called alternate nostril breathing. And this one is really good for centering, really good for balancing left and right for your practice. If you've never done it before, it can seem a little interesting at first. And what a lot of people like to do is they'll put their middle and forefinger on their forehead and then kind of have your thumb and your pinky sticking out. You're going to block one side and you're going to close it off. Sorry, you're going to block one side, breathe in, and then we're going to hold and we're going to breathe out. And now, because I've got my hand in front of my face, I know it's really hard to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to I actually do mine normally this way anyway. I kind of hold my fingers like this, and I'm going to use your ring finger and your thumb to block. So we're going to block the right, and we're going to breathe in through the left. And it might sound confusing the way I just described it, but I think once we start, you'll get it. So we're going to breathe in through the left, hold closed, and then breathe out through the right. We're going to breathe in through the right, hold closed a second or two, let go of the left, and breathe out. Okay, this one can take a little bit of practice. We're going to try one more time with me. So we're going to breathe in through the left, hold closed, out through the right, in through the right, hold closed, out through the left. So I'm just going to leave that with you for a moment. You can do it for a few minutes on your own, okay? Remember, if you're starting to feel like you need that little bit of grounding, that those two fingers can sort of rest very, very gently, no pressure, on your forehead, just if it helps you feel a little bit more grounded. let's just go for 2 more full rounds. You can drop that and just return to your normal breath. Just take a moment and see how that felt for you. And we're going to move into something called square breath. So we're going to take 4 counts. So it'll be a 4 count in, a 4 count hold, a 4 count exhale, and then a 4 count hold. And it's like a square, very balanced. And I do this in my mind. I don't normally do it with my hand, but we're gonna go a 4 count in, a 4 count hold, a 4 count exhale, and then a 4 count hold. And in my mind's eye, what I'll then do is reverse it. I need the balance. So we'll go 4 count in, 4 count hold, 4 count exhale, and then a 4 count hold. And if that whole reversal thing doesn't make any sense or doesn't work for you, that's fine. It's just the way I do it. But we'll just do the 4 count hold. If you don't want to envision the square, that's okay. But for me, it helps, and for you, it might as well. So let's do 4 count in, 4 count hold, 4 count exhale, 4 count hold. It'll be easier for you to do it if I maybe let you just do it on your own. So let's just, whatever your 4 count is, that's okay, whatever pace. So we're just going to do that for a minute or two. The goal here is just to make it nice and even. Maybe goal is a little bit of an aggressive word, our intention. Let's just do that 3 more times. Just return to your normal breath. We have one more exercise we're going to try today, and it's called the lengthening breath. Just take a moment to see if there's anything going on in your body. See if you're going to continue with this. And how this is going to work is we're going to start with 7, possibly move to 9, possibly move to 11. So the count is this. We will inhale for 7 counts on your count, and we will exhale for the count of 7 on your count. And once you're comfortable with that, you may stick with it or move on and try the 9 count. And if that is comfortable for you, then you can try the 11. Don't strain yourself. If you're comfortable with one number, just stay there. This doesn't have to be. We're not trying to reach for any winning or anything like that. So whatever is going to work for you the best, just stay there. I'll maybe do a little cue when we're going to move to 9 and then to 11. So we're going to start with 7. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and what we want is for the exhale to be the same length as the inhale. So make sure you're counting that as well. I'm not going to count it out loud for you. I would really like it if the 7 count was on your count. So we're just going to start with 7. So inhale to 7, exhale to 7, inhale to 7, like that. Let's start now. You want to make sure you're still taking those nice, deep yogic breaths all the way into the belly. If you're comfortable doing that, you're welcome to stay there, or if you'd like to try it, possibly move on to a 9 count. So in for 9 and out for 9. Stay here if you like, go back to 7, return to your normal breath, or just for 3 rounds, maybe we'll try to count to 11. That'll do. You can drop that if you like. Just finish up your last round. And just take a few breaths. Notice where you were when you came to your mat today and where you are now. Hopefully you're in a more relaxed state. Hopefully the mind is quiet. You are very welcome to stay here as long as you like. I'm coming to the close of the practice right now, and I'm going to do that by reading the Yogic prayer. To all teachers, spirit guides, ancestors, friends and family who led me to the here and now, this practice and all practices that I do are a humble movement towards the recognition of my true self. I set the intention today and all days to live life as the divine embodied, knowing that all experiences are an opportunity for me to wake up to my fullest potential. I neither deny nor attach to anything. Eternally observing the ebb and flow of life, all things come and go, only I remain. Living this inner wisdom, I am forever at peace, resting in the beingness of the heart. May the energy and intentions from this practice be consecrated towards the awakening of all beings everywhere. I'm just going to invite you to drop your hands, and we'll end this the way that we started, but we're going to just do one breath. So we'll inhale up, have our hands meet at the top. Exhale to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. I hope that it brought some joy to your life and that you learned maybe something from it, or just possibly sat and enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time you took to watch this today. Namaste.